So this is where actually we use a technique called adjacent possible. So Stephen Johnson made it famous, but
Hmm.
it's comes out of complexity research.
Yeah, it's
And
Kaufman, right? Stuart Kaufman.
yep, Geo
Yeah.
Kaufman, thinking through it, right? I've basically operationalized a set of patterns which goes across macro signals so we can understand the implications of these macro signals and what is the adjacent possibility which actually opens up.
Hmm.
So we will help companies step back and go, all right, let's take this generative AI. All
Hmm.
right, what does that actually do? So we look at their value chain, like this is what you do. We were working with a media company, and these large media companies were looking at this problem and going, hey, we need to play around with this. The writers were out on strike, the actors joined them, and they were
Hmm.
like, but there's some really cool stuff happening with this generative AI. We think we need to do something with it. They sensed it, but I don't think they fully understand the implications. So we step them back and go, all right, let's actually look at your value chain. This, you've got content, you've got development, you've got production, you've got distribution, but a high level. And I worked with media industry clients back in the sort of 2007, 2008 timeframe when streaming was coming out there. And we were
Hmm.
going to them, your distribution is going to get decimated. And they were like,
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah, it's fine. Like Netflix is just a new channel. We can actually get more money, more. So here's the IP. We're going to give it to Netflix and they're going to give us more, a new revenue stream. 5 years later, they're all scrambling to build their own streaming platforms because they've literally created that media competitor. They
Hmm.
actually let it grow right in front of them. So we were talking to them and go, generative AI, just with what we had in May last year, I say, we look at this. Production has been your moat. And it's got more and more expensive to get high dollar movies, the special effects, all of that. So that's really expensive. So that's been the reason there's only a handful of companies who can play in that space. This technology wipes out that moat.